past. But if I see a name like Matthew Golden or Tet McMillan, am I assuming that guys like that aren't going to be available to the Packers at 23? Or is that just an unfair assumption? Because obviously guys slide. Aaron Rodgers slid famously back in 2005 all the way to the Packers because he was talked about the potential number 1 overall pick. Instead, that ended up being Alex Smith. He falls to the Packers. But should I be – I mean, the fact that Jalen Milroe's on this list too is weird.
I tell you what, Gabe, after hearing what Jason just said, they might want to think about trading up to get one of them. Because if Christian Watson isn't available until November,
well, but I mean that's
receiver room.
That's a fair assumption, is it not? I mean, he had surgery earlier this year in January.
Yeah. Well, they base it upon Hawkinson, and I think Hawkinson, because his timeline was kind of the same, and I think the ACL injury is a little more important to a receiver than it is a tight end. And Christian Watson, in my estimation, isn't a great route runner to begin with. They better do something, man. You agree? Because this is smelling of Sammy Watkins 2.0. You know, where you sign Sammy Watkins. Oh, it's a name we all know. You know, I feel good. And he did nothing. And I think Hardman's, other than the return,
I'm not expecting
he's going to give us.
Oh, I'm not expecting Hardman to really play at all offensively.
No.
I'm not.
So
and Sammy Watkins, I was expecting like he was going to get snaps offensively, Chew. I am not expecting that at all out of McCall.
Well, let me ask you this, Gabe, because I believe you said that you believe the DN position is a little more pressing than the receiver position. If Watson doesn't come back till mid-November, do you still feel that way?
I do, because I feel like you can still put together a decent enough passing game with the tight ends, and I think the offense can be passable. But you just need to figure something like, at least you have guys there like Romeo, like Dontavian Wicks, like Jaden Reed, who've had big games in their career. Like I think you can kind of piecemeal that thing together, and hopefully there is another second round receiver that you can grow, whatever. Like, you got no production out of anyone. You got no consistent production out of anyone on the defensive line. At least Jaden Reed was good for the first half of the season last year before he disappeared.
Yeah.
Like, there is
what I'm concerned about, too, is, and he's probably their most consistent guy in Dobbs, but, man, you have another concussion?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're talking retirement.
Shoot, do not get me wrong. I am concerned about the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
And there's still a little bit of toadiness in me where, especially when you get to, the preseason and you get to training camp, I can talk myself into a lot of different things. Somebody has an all-Oneida moment, right? Like, we could talk ourselves as fans into a lot of different things. I am having a very hard time talking myself into anything they currently have along the defensive line based on last year, and also based on it would be harder to talk myself into something if one of them had a really good training camp, because what did we hear all of last training camp about Rashawn Gary? About how dominant. Oh, man, this is going to be night and day for Rashawn Gary. He's just going to be dominant in this defense.
Yeah.
And what happened? Oh, he set the edge really nice. Cool. Again.
And he's going into year 8 or 7.
Rashawn?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Well, either or. You're not on the back slope, but you're certainly on 11.
Yeah, this is year 7. Going to be year 7 for Rashawn.
Because I think you're at your peak 5th, 6th. Just how long the peak lasts. I don't know. So I do not like what Jason said.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it would be that long. I thought maybe you were thinking October 1. Maybe you missed 4
or 5 9 months.
Games.
Yeah, that'd be 9 months, which is tough.
I mean, he's going to have to – the biggest thing for a receiver with an ACL is getting over the mental part of it, because there's so much putting it in the ground, And that's going to take a while.
Yeah.
to be able to trust that. So
I mean, you've got guys that were freaks in nature, like Adrian Peterson, who like recovered in 6 months or whatever he did. That is the exception to the rule. I am not expecting, and I don't think anybody should expect Christian Watson to be ready for the start of the season. I think Jason's timeline, based on, again, he's been around the Packers forever, and how they're going to want to handle this, they're not going to be aggressive.
Yeah. See, I'm pivoting now where I said the past couple weeks that they're going to go interior D lineman. They got to go definitely receiver.
It all depends
That's
upon.
my bet.
Depends upon
the
who's
board
there
falls,
and how the board falls. Again, Matthew Golden makes a ton of sense, but who knows if he's actually going to be there for the Packers.
How many receivers are in that 17 game?
I think it's just the two.
Two?
Yeah, I think it's Tet McMillan and Golden. And Matthew Golden are the two wide receivers. Well, I guess it depends upon what Travis Hunter's on that too, but nobody. Whenever you talk receivers, nobody actually puts Travis Hunter there, even though he's probably the best receiver in the draft.
I have to add this. I had someone call during Jason, and they wanted to know if the Packers had the requisite draft capital to go trade up for Travis Hunter.
The answer to that is undoubtedly no.
Well, he's going to play corner anyways because corners,
receivers make more.
Receivers make more than corners now? Oh, okay.
It seems like, and it's gone back and forth with him, it seems like right now teams plan to use him as a wide receiver as much as a corner. There's no for sure what he's going to play at this point.
No, he keeps saying he wants to do both. I just think you can get away with it in college, but Chewy, I mean, you've talked about the jump from, you thought it was big, obviously, when you were in college, going from high school to college. It's even bigger going college to pros.
Oh, yeah, because everyone can play.
Just the physicality alone.
Yeah.
Of trying to do that just doesn't seem.
I mean, what's he thought of as a receiver, though? He's not
really
Marvin
good.
Harrison Jr., is he?
Maybe not, but
he
he's.
didn't have the greatest rookie year. Yeah.
I think he would be. I mean, some of that's he's in Arizona, but I think some of that for Travis Hunter is nobody knows what to do with. But to me, he's the best wide receiver in the draft class.
Okay.
And I think he would be.
That's not happening.
No, it is not. They are not going to be able to trade up to number 2 in order to get Travis Hunter.
No.
It'd be nice, but that's just not going to happen.
Joshy, who's your leader in the clubhouse right now?
You mean who I think they're going
Receiver.
to...
Receiver.
Oh, the guy I like the most? I mean, Hunter is far and away the one that you would pick there, but I'm still a Tet McMillan fan.
I need speed, man.
I think he plays a traditional. My favorite guy of all the wide receivers, bar none, is Jaden Higgins. It's just I don't know if he's going to go before the Packers pick in the second round, and I don't know if they would feel comfortable with him in the first round. So he's kind of in that weird area where they'd have to make some movements to even really draft him. But that size-speed combination, for me, I'm going to take a shot on that guy every single time.
Yeah, the lack of explosiveness makes me a little worried about Tet.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff happens. Watching him play versus the way he tested was a little confusing. We see that happen a lot of times. Guys don't perform. They probably add too much weight because they want to look even better. But I'm not out on him by any means.
I mean, look, if he's
in the second.
Tet McMillan would be a first-round pick.
Oh,
yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
If he's there at 23 and they draft him, and I got to talk myself into him. Yeah,
The way I see it going, it sort of seems like the way the guys they've brought in, the edges almost certainly seem to be first-rounders, like guys that are without a doubt first-rounders. The guys that they've brought in from the wide receiver are sort of those fringe first, but a lot of talk in the second. So it seems like if their preferred option at edge rusher isn't there, they're going to try and move around, which could mean they end up drafting Emeka Egbuka, whoever, at 23. But if they think they can trade down and still get one of those guys, that, to me, seems like what they're angling for.
Which is one of Goody's bigger white lies? We don't need a number 1 receiver, or I'm fine with the D-line we have going into this year because I forget the exact verbiage he used.
I'm fine with whatever that we have.
I don't think that was a white lie. I think that was a flat-out lie.
It's a bold-faced lie.
He's bringing in guys that are like projected top 12, 15 picks.
Yeah. Yeah, he's He's doing his homework on the pass rush.
He's not just kicking the tires.
He's doing his deep homework on the pass rush.